Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. If you're not new, welcome back. So today I'm here with another acrylic application tutorial because one of them, the last one I did on my channel, y'all, it's still blowing up and I get so many comments, people asking me to do more tutorials. So I'm thinking like once a week I could probably just do application tutorials because honestly, I love watching them. I love recording them. This is my favorite part of doing nails. And so I don't mind, recording those every week if y'all want that. So this video is all in real time. So it takes me about probably like, I was recording and stuff. So I would say about 8 minutes to do a full hand application. And keep in mind, this is about like a medium length set. But if the nails were longer, then I would add more time. If they were shorter, it would probably take me less time. So just to factor in all of that. But it took me probably about 8 minutes to do a full hand. I left everything in real time so you guys can see. And I wanted to make sure that my monomer and my powder was also in the view so you guys can see about, how I pick up the powder, how I dry the brush off a little bit. I don't wipe it. I just kind of wipe the sides of my monomer dish. So you guys can just watch that throughout the video. I don't really count my beads. I noticed that my application in this video, I kind of did like one bead method and then added like 2 smaller beads to the top just to make my apex, but that's not intentional. That's just kind of what I was doing today. Honestly, my acrylic application kind of changes depending on what set I'm doing. So you guys can just watch, comment down below if you have any questions, and I definitely will get back to you. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, learn something, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. I want to also go ahead and mention the products I use. They also will be in the description box below. But as far as my monomer, I buy my monomer from my local nail supply. But I'm really not picky when it comes to monomers, you guys. I use a lot of different brands. I use Young Nails. I've used Not Polished. Like, I'm not picky. It's just monomer. But as far as the acrylic powder, I am using Dynamic Nail Supply's Glamorous Nude. If you guys are looking for a very affordable and quality, high quality acrylic, I definitely recommend them, you guys. A lot of people say that they're like Valentino dupes. To me, the quality is about the same, and it's definitely way cheaper. You can probably get like this big size. I forgot what ounce that is. I'm not sure if that's 4 ounce, but if it's 4 ounce, that container will probably run you less than what you would buy for like a 1.5 ounce of a Valentino powder. So y'all, make smart decisions. Don't just be paying for stuff for the name, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys are looking for a powder, and if you're like a beginner, I definitely recommend Dynamic Nail Supply. It's buttery. You guys can see the application throughout the video. It's very smooth, and yeah, I definitely recommend them. So I want to point out and make sure that you guys are paying attention to my technique with my brush as far as when I'm, maneuvering with the acrylic on the nail. I do not drag the acrylic until I have coated the nail in its entirety with my desired thickness. So what I mean by that is once I place the bead, you do not want to immediately drag the acrylic down. You want to play with it. You want to make sure that you are also using self-leveling acrylic. And Dynamic Nail Supplies definitely does that. And Young Nails, their acrylic does a great job at that as well. But make sure you're maneuvering it to where you're like getting the acrylic to coat the entire nail. You don't want it to be too thin. So I always use a patting motion instead of dragging it, because that also will make you use more acrylic than needed. You'll be wasting it, if that makes sense. So just throughout the video, watch how I use my brush to pat and maneuver the acrylic throughout. I also make sure I use the side wall of my brush to clean the sides of the nail so that I don't have to do too much filing at the end. So just make sure you pay attention to those little techniques. I want to point that out. whenever I'm doing my cuticle beads, you guys can see how I make sure I'm tucking the acrylic. When I say tucking it, you want to be pressing down in between the cuticle, the eponychium, and where you place the bead. Make sure that you're tucking it. This will help with retention, and when it's time to seal your cuticles with your ceramic drill bit, it will be a much smoother process.